Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. For those of you who don't know, my name is Blackshaw, and in today's video we are going to be looking at the very creepy origins of some of our most beloved nursery rhymes. Before we get into that, if you haven't already and you enjoy this video, please remember to hit the subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up because it really does help small channels like this to grow. So, nursery rhymes. Innocent little songs with an easy melodic rhythm that we all sang probably when we were children, and then we pass those traditions down to our children and we teach them. You know, they're generally the first songs that we teach our children, unless you're my daughter, in which case I remember once she went to play school and they asked the kids to sing their favourite nursery rhyme, and my 3-year-old daughter at the time stood up and sang Buffalo Soldier by Bob Marley. So they weren't necessarily the first songs that I taught my kids, but you know, moving on. But when you look more closely at these seemingly innocent songs that we have our little kids running around singing, some of them have pretty creepy or kind of kinky origins behind them. So let's take a look. Okay, so here we go round the mulberry bush. Ooh. Here we go round the mulberry bush. Why can I not say this? Here we go round the mulberry bush, not brush. Was first documented in around 1840. It seems innocent enough, you know, jumping round a bush on a cold and frosty morning. Who doesn't love to do that? But did you know that the song actually originated from Wakefield Prison in England and is all about how the female prisoners used to exercise around an actual mulberry bush? So these prisoners would literally walk around a bush in order to keep active, which baffles me as to why a song about prisoners doing exercise became a children's nursery rhyme. But as you'll see with a lot of these, that question comes up a lot. So Rockabye Baby has been around since the mid-1700s, and again seems very innocent until you dive deeper into the origins. Now, there are several theories as to where this song comes from, but one of the most interesting relates to Mary, who was the wife of King James II. Now, the rumour was that when Mary was in the birthing room, another baby was smuggled in secretly, and that she never actually gave birth to the son that would become the heir to the throne of England. Now, the thought process behind this was that the throne of England would stay in, you know, would belong to a Catholic heir. This one is so weird to me. Like, can you imagine you're the king and the queen and you're thinking, well, we've got away with this. People don't know, and then suddenly everyone's singing a song about it. I think people might know. Whether this one is true or not, I'm not sure, but it's interesting all the same. Okay, so I'm sure most of us are familiar with Jack and Jill. Jack and Jill went up the hill to fetch a pail of water. Jack fell down and broke his crown, and Jill came tumbling after. Which is kind of gruesome in the first place. But when you look into where this nursery rhyme originated from, things take a immoral twist. And this nursery rhyme is said to date back to 1697 to a small village in Somerset in the United Kingdom. Jack and Jill were both residents of this village and they were having an affair. They were both married to their other respective partners, and they would go and meet up a hill to do their business. Jack is said to have died by literally falling over a rock and tumbling down and dying. And shortly after, Jill is said to have died during childbirth, which is horrendous. Why are our kids singing about people that had an affair and then both make very tragic sudden ends? So Ring a Ring of Roses is I actually learnt about this in school, and this was the idea behind this whole video. Was I was talking to my kids and they were saying that they'd learnt it at school as well. And this is probably one of the more well-known nursery rhymes, one of the nursery rhymes that has a more well-known background to it. So Ring a Ring of Roses is a nursery rhyme about the plague, which, you know, we should all start singing that again now, right? And you can very literally follow the words of this nursery rhyme and decipher what each bit means. So Ring a Ring of Roses refers to the rosy coloured rash that was associated with the plague. A pocket full of posies was a mixture of herbs and flowers that people would keep. One, to detract from the smell, because it must have been disgusting, and two, because there was some belief that it would offer some form of protection from catching the plague. And then, of course, a tissue. A tissue is the actual sneezing and the getting of the plague, and then we all fall down is literally people dying. It's very strange that, and I know I've said this before, but we've got kids literally, because do you remember that there was a dance that went with this one as well, where you'd hold hands and skip round in a circle? Like, it kind of seems a bit mocking. Can you imagine kids, like the plague's going on and there's kids outside like skipping around and and singing about people dying from the plague while you've got the plague? Like, it's kind of mean, right? Okay, so I remember this one quite well. This Seesaw Margery Door, and we literally used to go to the park and we would sing it while we were on a seesaw, like, because that is what we assumed that it meant. But actually this one's got quite a sinister, again, it's almost kind of mocking origin. So this nursery rhyme is nothing to do with sitting on a seesaw and having fun with your friends. This song is actually about child labour in Victorian times. And it was literally a song about children in workhouses. Seesaw, Margery Door, Johnny shall have a new master, like literally a master in a workhouse. He shall earn but a penny a day because he can't work any faster. So, like, poor Johnny, this poor kid, he's working his hardest, can't earn a lot of money, can't go any faster, and people are like, look at him, and he earns a penny a day, can't work no faster, loser. Like, it's mean. These nursery rhymes are mean, and we've got kids singing them, like. And finally, we have what must be, well, it was the kinkiest of all the nursery rhymes that I was able to find, and that's Rubber Dub Dub. So the version now is Rubber Dub Dub, 3 men in a tub, and who do you think they be? The butcher, the baker, the candlestick maker, all going out to sea or something, is it? Originally, it meant something very, very different. Originally, the words were Rubber Dub Dub, 3 maids in a tub, and this referred to almost like a peep show kind of thing at a fair, where men would go and watch ladies take their clothes off. So obviously the butcher, the baker and the candlestick maker were little perverts who liked to go and, you know, watch these young maids whip off their undies. And for some reason, it ended up being a song that was deemed appropriate for children to sing. So basically we've got our kids running around singing about peep shows. I just wanted to do a quick and fun and silly kind of video. If you know of any other nursery rhymes that have any quirky or creepy origins, please drop me a comment down below and let me know. And I will see you guys next time. Take care. Bye.